actions related to Jackson's circumstances at all. This was different. Totally different. He and Maggie might have once been in love, but there was no way he'd wind up engaged or married to her. Even interested in her again, not with the tragedy they'd suffered together. No way. Like he said, he could handle it. So I have the green light to offer protection services to Maggie. You're good to go. Gage ran a hand over dark hair, not as deep as Jackson's coloring, and Jackson preferred a shorter military cut. But don't let your professional connection take over and make me sorry I'm not sending one of your teammates instead. Anyone have a problem with this plan? Jackson surveyed the team, starting with Erin Calloway, who shook her head, sending her jet-black ponytail swinging. The only woman on the team, she was once a cybersecurity professional and agent with the FBI. She might only be 5'7" or so, but she was as fierce as the men. Still, it was obvious she was touched by his desire to warn Maggie. He moved his focus one seat over to Riley Glenn. I'm good. He leaned back and placed his hands beneath his head. His surfer blonde hair and reddish beard gave him a more laid-back look than you'd expect from a former sniper for the Portland Police Bureau. But Jackson had worked alongside Riley long enough that it wasn't hard to imagine him perched behind a sniper rifle, target locked in. You wouldn't be my first choice, but let's see how it plays out. Alex Hamilton weighed in. As a former recon Marine, he likely thought he could do a better job scouting out the situation at the college. Shoot, everyone on the team probably thought the same thing. They all frequently believed they were the best person for the job. Jackson honestly didn't know how Gage kept their egos in check, but he did. Just don't screw it up, Coop added. Jackson rolled his eyes but didn't respond. We're a go then, Gage said. Report in on a regular basis, and whatever you do, be mindful of Martin Dawson in every action. Jackson nodded, his thoughts already going to the logistics of getting from Cold Harbor to Maggie's place in Ashland in the shortest possible time. I'll need the helo. Who's going to take me? He waited for Gage to veto the resource due to fuel cost, but Gage didn't say a word. He would do everything necessary to protect the innocent, and Jackson was just being touchy because this involved Maggie. He shouldn't have even questioned Gage's motivations. Jackson glanced from Coop to Riley, both pilots, but Riley only recently received his license. I'm always glad for more airtime. Riley lowered his arms and snapped his chair forward. Plus, I have a buddy from the police force in Medford whose dad owns a nearby logging company. I'm sure he'll let us put down at their helipad and lend us a vehicle to make the short drive to Ashland. Then let's get after it. Jackson headed for the door and assumed Riley would follow. Outside, he paused to wait for Riley to join him in the unusually steamy evening for the end of June. The ocean breeze whisked inland from the Pacific, cooling everything in its path, thankfully keeping the temps bearable today. Riley lifted his hand to a gust of wind. Gonna be a bumpy ride. Jackson nodded, but he didn't care. He would take a helo up in a tornado if it got him to Maggie before the killer figured out she knew about him and came looking for her. Jackson strode to the utility vehicle and climbed behind the wheel, his knee aching in protest as he folded his leg to settle inside. He'd taken a bullet to his right leg in his last skirmish as a Green Beret and was given the choice of riding a desk or leaving the Army. Yeah, right. Like he was desk rider material. No way. He wouldn't choose desk duty any more than the rest of his teammates would. They'd all suffered on-the-job injuries. Some in the service. Some in law enforcement. All losing their chosen professions as a result. The loss united them all in a way nothing else could. Jackson got the vehicle headed down a winding road lined with soaring pine trees, thankfulness for Gage's rescue from that desk job always at the top of his mind. After a serious injury to his arm, Gage was forced to leave the SEALs and had the brilliant idea to start Blackwell Tactical. The team was devoted to training law enforcement officers.